Kenny and Ryan here from Bourbon Pursuit, and we are at Buffalo Trace today doing our barrel pick. This is something that we were lucky enough to be a part of from getting a part of the Buffalo Trace Single Barrel Select program. So we invited a few of the guys that we do the Bourbon Roundtable with as part of the podcast to come with us. They actually came from all different parts of the country, and we're here to actually select a barrel. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, our palates are not that good, so we brought in some outside help to help us, but super excited about today. Barrel picks is one of my favorite things to do ever, so super excited to get started.
It really is. I mean, it's a unique experience where you get an opportunity to go and try something that's been aged for years straight out of the barrel. You get everything. It's the aromas. It's everything comes together. It's the aromas. All your senses are in touch. You see everything. You get to see it using the thief. So I'm really excited about what we're getting ready to experience.
Yeah, they're the true unicorns. You can't get these on shelves usually, so it's something unique, and I'm super excited about it. So let's do it.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Brian from Sipp'n Corn. Happy to be picking a barrel today.
I'm Blake from Bourbonr.com. Excited to pick a Buffalo Trace barrel.
Hi, I'm Nick from Breaking Bourbon.com. I am pumped to pick a barrel today.
Hey, it's Jordan from Breaking Bourbon.com, and I'm really excited to be part of the group today.
Alright, so these are all barrels that we have selected for you today. So pretty much Buffalo Trace, as you all know, is usually a small batch bourbon. You guys are picking it as a single barrel. So as opposed to multiple barrels coming together to be married to make that brand, you guys are just getting one barrel. So what gets dumped out of the barrel that you all pick, that's will be what you get. And barrel by barrel, each of these will be a little bit unique. They've all been pre-sampled and tested by the tasting panel here. So that they've gone through, pulled a sample up, brought it up to the lab. Tasting panel went through, tasted them to make sure they all match that Buffalo Trace profile. But there's a range that all these barrels fall in that make up Buffalo Trace. You guys are just picking out one piece of that overall range. I'll take 2 samples out of each barrel. The first one we'll leave at barrel proof for you all to try. For Buffalo Trace, they typically come out of the barrel around that 128, 130 mark. But we'll go through, we'll take the proof of them for you all to see if they vary barrel by barrel in proof. Then once we have the proofs of all of them, then we'll cut it down to 90, which is what Buffalo Trace will be bottled at. So you guys can taste the difference with and then without the water added to it. And it's kind of cool to see how much a little bit of water will do to these bourbons. So it's kind of cool to compare. You have to get it bottled at the 90 proof. We just have it taste at the barrel proof because you're here. So it's cool to just taste it straight from the barrel. But make sure you're making your decision based on that 90 proof because again, that's what you're going to be getting back. So if you want to pick one that's going to be a representative of what you're actually purchasing. So I would definitely base your decision on that 90 proof. They were all around in between 127 and 129 proof, which is what we expect with this age of bourbon and the product that it is. So these front glasses, I'm going to leave at barrel proof for you all to try. They're kind of just for fun. That back glass, I'm going to cut down to 90. So I'll add RO water to that, which is what we'll add to your all's bottles.
I had to eliminate 2 to go from 6 to 4. My picks would be number 2, fairly good honey, butterscotch, cherry, but a little too much heat, tannins on the finish. And then number 6.
You wrote it. Mine is just an X.
That's a high bar. Very similar tasting notes. So I would eliminate 2 and 6.
I think everybody can unanimously agree on 6.
That's interesting. I didn't go as detailed. as you, Blake. I have 2 X's, and the X's are by 2 and 6.
Interesting.
I have 2 X's and they're about 2 and 6.
I like your.
I have 2 X's, but they're by 6 and 3. I thought 3 was like a baby version of 6. 6 I thought was just way too tannicky, leathery. It was just not.
What is Tannic?
3 is the stag junior of 6.
Tannic, think real deep red wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, see, my 6, I just said, neg.
Right?
Right? Just straight negative, right? So that's what I said.
But you have F no on 1.
On number 1, I did F no.
So is that worse than 2 and 6?
I just didn't think there was much there. Like, it just didn't. There wasn't like anything unique
But he's
about
the
it.
hardest
Anything
critic.
crazy. Like, so
I don't think one was that bad.
I thought 1 was good.
Actually, 1 was one of the ones I really
I
liked.
circled
Yeah,
1
yeah.
as a possibility.
Me,
I will say number 4.
Then I guess I have to go back to 1.
I hit as number 4 was the one that stood out the most.
For two I had, it's the nose was the weakest. It was grainy. For taste, I just said nah. The finish was light and shorter. 6, the nose was the fruitiest, but the taste was the most bitter out of all of them, I thought. And the finish was short.
I agree and concur.
So,
Let's get 6 out of
I
here.
would say 2 and 6.
Susanna, shut it down.
Shut it down.
Damn.
This is the second round of our tasting of the ones that we are trying to narrow down a little bit more, and I think we need to narrow a little bit further. We got to remove 1. Now, however, the number that I chose, that there's just not enough there for me, was number 4.
Okay.
I don't know what you all think, but number 4 just wasn't there for me. What do you all think?
Great minds think
I
alike.
think you're crazy.
I'm out of 4.
Ooh,
4 is
I'd
about
like to eliminate 4 from
I
our
think
pick
you've been
too.
drinking.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
Hold
4.
on. You eliminated 4
I
times?
want 4 too.
No,
Good,
I said
no,
just
I'm
taste
eliminating 3 or 5 if
no.
given the chance.
Okay, well, hold on, because
But
we
if
got
4 is your
one guy.
favorite.
All right, Blake's going to get 4.
Yeah,
Barrel
Blake's like,
four.
Why am I?
Splinter off
I'm working
right
against
here.
myself now.
I would say I can't eliminate 1. I really only have
You know
1
why?
that
But
is
here's
standing
why.
out to me right
4
now,
tasted,
Which is it?
which is 3.
Yeah, 3 is really
3
good.
is standing out.
just like a regular version of Trace. It felt like wheat,
Yeah.
which is nothing wrong with that. But I want something special for doing this.
Yeah.
That's all.
And so there was also one guy in there in the back that wrote phenomenal for one of them. So Brian.
No, it wasn't me.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you.
I really like 5 a lot. I
Oh,
think
okay.
5's
Five's
fantastic.
good.
I don't.
Yeah, I like 5
Brian
a lot.
said it though.
So to tell you how tastes differ, and
Yeah, every
they
taste
they
is different.
should. 5 is the one that I would vote out off the island right now.
Ooh.
Yep.
So we all
Yep.
have to
Thank you.
I don't agree.
I disagree. I think 4
I
is
think get 4 out of here.
4 I actually like because it's the earthiest nose.
It is
It's
earthy.
a creamy taste.
It's the easiest
It's
on
got
the
the
palate.
it's got the baking spice.
It's like eating a cobbler with vanilla ice cream on top.
You're out of here.
I would recommend it if you're just getting into bourbon, but
maybe not.
Get your
And that's-
cobbler
These
out
are
of here.
official Bourbonr tasting notes we're experiencing right now.
and they're
If I had to
bullshit.
say one thing about it, I would say
That would be it anyway it was.
I mean,
But
'cause-
Blake, do you like 4?
I mean,
I do like
here's
Is
the thing
that
that we
your
want
barrel?
to get out of this. We want
I
to get
would
something that's
say.
unique.
Oh, so
We wanna
is
get
4
something
gonna be
that,
yours?
You know,
Make it easy on
I
us.
think it's 4.
All
Yeah.
right, get yours
I
out
like
there.
4 too.
All right.
Blake's picking 4.
So
You're
4 is his
good.
barrel. He liked 4, and you
He
guys
gets it right
didn't.
now.
So that's
I'm
a
on
good.
3 and 4.
I'll get you a few bottles.
So you like 4.
I like 4.
At
All
cost.
right.
Bourbon
that's-
barrel is set.
Bourbon will
You
does it
can
go up
hold
on a
this
little
up.
pedestal?
This is
Yeah.
yours.
Wow.
That's what you
Wow.
I'm surprised.
Number 4 really stood out to me. It just had a really good fruit and spice note. I referred to it as like a fruit cobbler. So there's nothing that really stands out as you wouldn't like it. So there's no real harsh notes. It's just a great bourbon to sip on. So Buffalo Trace does a great job with that one.
So they couldn't get to a decision. So what we're gonna do next? They're down to 1 and 3 for their second barrel. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull more sample out, cut it down, and they're gonna come back and taste the blind. So they're not gonna know which sample's 1. They're not gonna know which sample's 3. We're gonna mix them up and kind of see what they end up picking. All right, so
Go around.
Left or right?
Ready?
Right.
Ready? So your favorite was the left, which is the first one you tried. Raise your hand.
Yeah, the left was the favorite. Uh-oh, except Brian. Except Brian.
Get them out of here.
What do we got?
Majority.
So if yours was the second one you tried, which was the right,
Oh, we
raise
got
your hand.
Jerry.
You're the right.
Uh-oh, yeah. Jerry's the tiebreaker, so we got 5 against 2.
So
4 against 3.
4 against 3.
4 against 3.
We got 2 accounts here.
so left had more votes. Are you guys
I'm not-
good with going
I'm
with
not
that?
maker.
Let's do it.
Well, what is it?
Democracy. Yeah.
What is it?
Democracy. Ready?
It's 3.
Tell me it's 1.
Oh,
Three.
That's 3. Quote me, Breaking Bourbon.
So 3 is the winner. Yeah, so both of their barrels were both filled on October 27th of 2009. Blake's barrel, which was barrel number 4, was actually barrel number 91. And Kenny's barrel, the one they picked, was barrel number 48.
So make it official. We got Bourbon Pursuit stickers. We got to put them on there, right? So let's go ahead. Toss them on. Put our names on it. We slapped some stickers on it. We went through, I think, at least 5 rounds of tasting plus a blind tasting to actually come to the end of this where we actually chose our barrel. For me, I'm very happy that we actually did it blind at the end because it kind of brought to reality, like you don't, because you take notes, right? When we did all this, we took notes. We tried to figure out what was the barrel that tasted best for all of us. And when you look at your notes from the first time you tasted it to the second time you tasted it to the third time you tasted it, it actually kind of varied a little bit. At least for me, it did. And doing it blind actually kind of was really good at the end. But I'm happy to say that I think this barrel right here was the winner. I'm actually glad I got the last of the barrel proof version of it. So sorry for you fellas, but very, very happy to be able to say I did that. Yeah. But for me, I think it stood out that it was just a little bit. It wasn't the typical Buffalo Trace profile, right? It was just a minute difference. It had a little bit more floral. It had a little bit more of that nuttiness to it that you don't necessarily see in just a typical Buffalo Trace. And I know Blake's going to sit here and he's going to say like, well, it didn't have any apple cobbler, but Blake's big on cobbler for today. That's maybe we should name this the cobbler pick. Like I don't know.
I actually, so I had a lot of golden raisins, honey, toasted candy almonds on this one.
Toasted
a little bit of peach tea. So all in all, a great pick. But I think it had a lot of different flavor aspects in there, which made it really good. So I like this pick. Really good.
So when I grabbed them, I just happened to get number 3 first. And as I compared my notes out of all of them, 3 had the best finish. And that's really what carried through on this one. So this is a great pick. I'm happy to be part of it. And 4 was also one of my tops as far as the cobbler and the earthiness that it had on that balance. And I'm going to enjoy both of these barrels.
So what's interesting is throughout the process, I had 2 that were my top that I couldn't eliminate, and they were 3 and 4, and that's what we ended up with. My favorite was 4, and 4 had kind of that earthiness that Brian talked about.
Shout out to the Bourbonr that's going to get this. But
it was different. It's just a standout bourbon. And 3 had kind of the cinnamon spice. It stood out from as we started to eliminate the different options. 3 stood out, right? So between 3 and 4, both of these bourbons are great bourbons for different reasons. They're both fantastic.
Yeah, I think both 3 and 4 really exemplified why we came down here, right? Getting 2 barrels that were slightly different than the standard Buffalo Trace profile, just enough to really make you think, I'm really glad I bought these, right? They're phenomenal. I think 3 was just great on the nose palate finish. I think 4, same way, just a little bit different. But either one, it was a great experience. It was great to be down here with these guys. It was really nice to be down here as part of the community. And it was just a great day with 2 great barrels being picked at the end of it all.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Cheers.